one quotes science, you must also check the funding of it. A famous testament from one of the last political leaders to stand up against tyranny that rings true to this day. My convictions were shattered and my words were silenced by a force that imposes its power on the masses every day. Devastation across the nation at the hands of the media. Before all this, my work began as an environmental scientist. A fresh researcher from grad school, I was eager to finally work on an independent research proposal in studying the effects of global warming. I was on my way to publishing a widely anticipated report on the anthropological causes of global warming, which saw a rise after the year 2016 to the level we're now at 2025. As a result, I was invited to be interviewed by the country's current federal news medium, the One News Alliance, or ONA, to talk about society's achievements in saving the environment. Substantial reports like this were one in a million in my field, because everyone has been saying the same thing about pushing for ecological advancement and other standard action plans for the past 10 years. Perhaps my viewpoint was deviant from what others were saying, but the evidence was firm, and this was my chance to show it.
Whoa there. What? I mean, you've got quite a mouthful of ideas there, but...
But it didn't happen how I expected it to. Right before the interview itself, I was pulled aside by the interviewer, who thoroughly probed my arguments and told me to back down from them.
Look, there's a message that needs to be spread, an agenda that needs to be pushed. I know you think you're doing some good in saying this, but this is a backwards way of thinking. I mean, this is a statement to the public, so just think about that.
The interview made me feel like Galileo, going against the Church of Environmentalism.
Here we're back today with Mr. Hom, an environmental scientist from the University of Washington who has recently published his new paper, Global Warming, A Green World, A Bright Future.
And like in the 1600s, the institutional powers that control contemporary philosophy are unwilling to bend to an idea that challenges their own, and ultimately their own authority.
How can you say that when we still see a massive spike in global temperature in correlation with the 21st century industrial era and the massive ecological impacts that are still visible to this day, such as the polar caps melting? More well-known and highly regarded scientists in your field have proposed strong disagreements with your conclusion. I mean, how would you respond to
Her
that?
cold, stinging questions cut my career rather short. But why? Do our people not deserve to know the truth? Must our citizens be kept in their caves? The media had to be hiding something. I began to research the nature of the media, and as I came to discover, the media was a puppet. For years, ONA has had its right-wing and left-wing segments for its broadcast, and both sides have been fabricated. Scientists have been paid off or had their data warped to fit the stories that the public can munch on. Meanwhile, the average citizen has no idea what they're being fed and how truthful their information is. But as I delved deeper into the conspiracy, I finally realized the sinister truth. Global warming is a liberal lie.